Everyone, it's the beginning of my 24-hour readathon. I'm planning on trying to read for 24 hours. It's a perfect day because there's a snowstorm and I just survived food poisoning, so I have nowhere to go. So I might as well just sit on my butt and read as many books as possible. This year, you might know, one of my goals is to read big books, so if you haven't seen that, I'll link the video. So I thought for my 24-hour readathon, I would do the opposite. I would read a bunch of small books, so hopefully it will keep me motivated. It's always stressful when you do one of those videos because what if the book is something that you can't binge read, you know? So I thought short books should be a pretty safe bet. So far, I was listening to the audiobook of this book. This is All Are Wrong Todays by Ellen Mastey, and I am like an hour-ish, I'll put the real number on the screen, into it because I had to clean a little bit. I was working this morning and then got ready, ate and everything, so I'll put the real number. But the other books that I want to read, I want to finish this one because it's ridiculous. I've been reading it for like a year and I'm literally like 401 out of like 416, I believe. Yeah, so I need to finish this. So by the way, 24 I'm doing from 1 o'clock to today to 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm going to be trying to read as much as possible. And my goal, all the books are right here. This is the pile of books that I'm obviously not planning on reading all of them, but those are like the possible ones. So from the top is probably like the first 5 maybe, or the ones I'm hoping to read. And then I have a few more options for future ones, or if I start feeling like I need something different. So I'm gonna start by finishing Sapiens because it's been too long, and then I'll pick up the next one and I'll keep you updated as we go.
Hey, I've been trying to get hold of you.
So I just finished Sapiens. It was really good. I feel like it took me forever because I liked the beginning a lot and I liked the ending a lot, but in between I kind of got bored sometimes, and like it's not even boring whatsoever, but it's like it feels like a really good history class, but then you have to force yourself to start, but once you start you're actually interested. So if you are looking for a good nonfiction about like history and humans in general, I would recommend this, and I actually really want to read the second one now. So to continue this readathon, I'm going to be reading Disguise Everywhere by Jenny Nelson. I love I'll Give You the Sun by the same author, so I decided to pick this up in my last haul video from Book Outlet, and I'm hoping I'm going to like this as much. I feel like I won't because it's almost impossible, but it shouldn't be too long because like it's a YA, and like you can see it's written really big and there's less than 300 pages, so we're going to attempt this. So I read 20 minutes to finish this one, so we're still very early. What time is it actually? It's like 2:15, so there's still quite a few hours for me to start reading. We're gonna hope that this is gonna be good because nonfiction, as interesting as it is, it's kind of slow. I'm really worried about my choices, but one book at a time, Emily. Everything's gonna be fine.
You vanish right into the blue. You're too busy to pick up the phone.
So I finished my first book, finally. I've been reading this one for like just over 4 hours and I finished it. I'm not sure if I want to calculate the amount of pages that I read or the amount of time that I read. Let me know what you prefer or what you think I should do for future readathons because I'm not sure. I feel like audiobooks time is easier than pages, but other books I think pages would maybe be more interesting. So this book was like 275 pages. So whatever you prefer. I'm now at like 5 hours and something. Actually, almost, yeah, actually 6 hours. So 6 hours and at 275 pages plus how many pages were in the audiobook. See what I mean? It's not optimal. So I'm going to be taking a break because it's now, as you can see, the 4 hours and something. It's currently 6:30 exactly, so I'm overdue for a break. I want to eat something and I also want to shower and put on a different shirt. I feel like I was wearing this exact sweater in my last readathon. I swear I have other sweaters than my Batman one, but I mean it's Batman, so I kind of need it, right? So went down. It was good. I didn't even talk about it. See what I mean? I'm tired. Let me turn on this light and I'll talk about it a bit. That light is much better. It's more like less shadows. So, I was mentioning how I loved I'll Give You the Sun by Jenny Nelson. I gave that book like 5 stars, so I was super excited to read the book from her. And this one is probably a 3.5, 3.75, maybe rounded up. There is a romance slash kind of love triangle there, which is not something I'm super big. And it's also a YA contemporary with a romance, but all of her books tend to have a lot of like grief, and also to have characters that are very creative and artistic. And I did like these 2 parts, but not the love triangle, so it's kind of what's making me a little... I did like it. There were definitely some bits that made me want to cry, and I really don't cry easily. I think like page 85 is stuck in my head right now. Yeah, I did like it. If you like YA contemporary romance, you might like this, but keep in mind it's pretty sad, so I don't really want to say too much about it. But yeah, it's basically following a 17-year-old girl, and she's a musician. She plays the clarinet, and she lost her sister, and that's all I'm gonna say. So it was good. It's just not as good as I'll Give You the Sun. So that's it for now. Now, actually, let me choose the next book, and I'll update you once I started reading that one too. So I'm gonna put this one here, first book we finished. Actually, I'm lying here. There you go. 2 books to finish, even though this one was just like 15 pages. It still counts. And we're gonna go with this one, I think. I should be able to finish this one tonight, because that one has like less than 200 pages. So we're most likely gonna finish this one, and probably even another one. Because, I mean, gotta make this a challenge. So yeah, after I eat and shower, I will be starting this one. This one is Dusk or Dark or Dawn or Day by Shannon McGuire, which she wrote Every Heart a Doorway. Can you tell I'm tired? So it's just 6:30, but you know, I've been pretty sick, so yeah, I'm excited to read this. I have absolutely no idea what it's about, but again, there's less than 200 pages, so anything will be a spoiler. I mean, look at that cover. It's really, really pretty. So it's 9:30 and I wanted to update you on my progress, and then I realized that I forgot to turn on the counter for the amount of hours I've been reading, but it's okay. I guess it means that it solves the issue. We'll go with page count. And I'm currently at page 127, and there's like 180 pages, so I'm definitely going to be finishing this before I go to bed, and I might even start the next one, and I'll update you a little bit later. But yeah, I just wanted to update you. There won't be any countdown. Oops. By the way, so far this is really weird, but in a good way. It's not going to be for everyone. I feel like there's also grief in here, so maybe I didn't choose the most like bubbly books to read. But honestly, there's literally no way of explaining this book. I might attempt to do that once I'm done, but like, this is super confusing. But I like it. So if you like really weird fantasy with like ghosts and everything, you might like this. Good morning. Last night I did finish this book and I wanted to review it this morning because last night I was way too tired. So this was probably one of the weirdest books that I've read in a while. It just was weird. Some bits and some ideas I really liked, but overall I think I'm giving it the 3 stars because it was very confusing and I'm not sure. I don't know, I liked some parts, but it was weird. Like, if you've read it, you probably understand what I mean. The magic system is interesting. It's impossible to describe, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna start the next book because we have a few more hours until the end of the readathon, so we can do this. So this one goes on the pile. Those are done. And then we can go and pick the next one. And I think I'm actually gonna continue in the order that I had prepared, so this is it for us. The Lost Child of Lynchford, which I did read the first book in 2016 actually, and I've been meaning to continue, so I might as well do that today. So I finished The Lost Child of Minchford, and honestly I didn't really like it. So it's the second book in that series, and I don't think I know I'm not going to be continuing, so I can add it to this pile of books that I finished in the last 24 hours. But honestly, I just wasn't into it. It's kind of like witches and a priest in a little village, and there's always evil trying to enter the borders. And I don't know, I feel like there's potential, but it just wasn't for me at all. So yeah, the first one I liked but didn't love, so I thought I would give the second one another shot, but this is probably 2.5 stars for me, so didn't like it. This one was weird, but I overall enjoyed it. Gave it 3.5. This one I believe was also a 3.5. Not as good as the other one. And this one was the 4-star, but I only read 15 pages. So I will be putting on the screen the amount of pages that I read for this readathon, since I'm assuming pages will be what I will be doing, maybe also in the future. Plus I listened to like an hour and a half of my audiobook. So I think we did pretty good, considering that I'm still not feeling super well. I think I'm going to be doing some of those more often. I feel like I want to do readathons, but sometimes I just feel like I can't commit to preparing for specific dates, so maybe just doing my own 24-hour readathon once in a while. If you like this idea, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. So I have to say I'm a little disappointed. I thought I would read at least 1 or 2 more books, but maybe I've been a little too ambitious, slash some of it was an audiobook, and I was finishing this one too. So I don't know, I think we did a pretty decent job. This one was actually kind of long for a short book, so what do you think? So this is gonna be it. I'm gonna be putting on the screen some of the videos that I've done that I recommend you check out, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye.